We are back with the next episode of Hogwarts Legacy. I have done some rummaging around. I'm extremely broke because I went and bought stuff that I feel like I'm going to need soon. And completed our assignments for Professor Haggett. So we need to go and wait. First and foremost, we have to wait till the daytime to come back and wait for her to come and teach us our next spell. What's going on with Poppy? Why she look like she's working so hard? Why am I in none of these cutscenes? Okay, nice to know that we have class.
I hope you were able to take care of everything I had asked you to do.
Professor, I completed all of your most recent assignments.
Well done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter. Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand. Good work. The dummy is here if you wish to stay and practice.
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do. What is it?
I wondered, did you attend Hogwarts?
I did. I am a proud member of Ravenclaw House, like you. Why do you ask?
I was curious as to how Hogwarts has changed over the years.
I see. Well, the castle itself, as I'm sure you have surmised, is full of surprises. I dare say more than the staircases change around here. As for the students, well, they seem to get more capable every year. Although, we got up to just as much mischief in my day as you seem to now. I used to look the other way at all sorts of roguery when I was head girl. I can tell you, however, that I did once admonish a certain Phineas Nigellus Black for enjoying a sugar quill during a lecture.
I hadn't realized that you and Professor Black were, students here together.
Appearances can be deceiving. You see, I was once wounded by time itself.
Time itself? I never would have imagined such a thing.
Ah, well, it was the risk I took with my prior position. You may or may not have heard that I was an unspeakable at the Ministry for years.
An unspeakable? What does...
As you might suspect, I cannot speak about what we did. Suffice it to say, the job was not without its hazards. Now, I hope I've satisfied your curiosity for the moment.
You have. Thank you for speaking with me, Professor.
Keep up with your wand work. One must always be prepared for mischief, both inside and outside of the castle.
That was actually really nice to know.
Expelliarmus!
You seem to have the right end of the stick, but keep practicing. Expelliarmus may save your life.
Incendio! Expelliarmus!
Cool, let's move on. So what else did we have to do inside the school? I don't think we had anything else. Oh, there is something I want to go do. So that's our current quest objective. I need to go somewhere special. Just have to remember where it is. Should be outside the building, actually.
travel broadens.
Okay, you guys are gonna have to bear with me.
Revelio. Protego.
Trying to remember where to go. I feel like it's Central Hall. I think so. Should be here.
You idiot! Lottie has served our family for 5 generations, and you go and give her clothes? Now I will have to cook and clean until we can replace her with another elf. Did you think of that? Or do you hate your mother that much?
Oh, he got a howler. No. Come on, brain. Remember where we need to go.
It's
That's
a
a-
relief to finally have an answer as to why.
Incendio.
Trying to remember where I need to go. Just having to remember which bridge it is. Let's try from the Great Hall, because that might be closer to where I'm actually thinking we need to go.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
There was something up here I needed to do as well. I had made a few notes of places I wanted to come back to. Oh, that's rather unfortunate.
Incendio.
But we can also do those disillusionment chests that are around the school as well. That might have to be something I do in my own time. Why is Peeves in about, bro? Ooh, it's foggy out here. Come on, brain. Remember where we need to go. All I remember is that it's a bridge. But I can't remember which bridge it is. Can't actually remember which bridge it is. I think I'm on the other side, the wrong side. Can't remember which bridge it is. This one. Okay. So we have something to do.
Incendio.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't remember which one is meant to be 1. I think that one's meant to be 1. 2, 4. And then 3 and 2. Wait, I did that wrong, didn't I? So 2, 3, and 1. Whoops, yeah, I did do it wrong.
Revelio.
Another legend chest. And it's worse than the hat that we have. Okie dokie. So we have to go do our next main quest. And then at some point I'm going to have to do a full sweep of the school again to find the chests that what are the chests? Two chests that I was missing? 2 chests? 2 chests I remember. But we can go see Natsai actually while we are here. We are actually done. Strange enough, I've already been to where we have to go and done some of the quests in that area. So that'll save us some time.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
I've never met Rookwood or Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us. To all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll. And Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair on their own, and the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow was planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Oh, I love helping strangers.
Accio. Revelio.
At least wait, that's I.
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a dox's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student! You can't be so...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefied!
Let's get this over with. Stop that.
Shut up, wasteland.
Think you're clever, don't you?
Stupid.
Wasteland. Oh, there's more of you.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Okay, the collection section of the field guide has been updated with new enemy types. You may learn valuable insights on enemies, such as their weaknesses, excuse me, to specific spell types. Oh, excuse me.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You take this stupid off of my dead body!
Revelio.
Did ya? You haven't knack it all!
Shut up.
Kill me yourself!
Wasteland.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner.
Revelio.
So close to Hogwarts.
Incendio.
I kept throwing my cabbages by accident.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders.
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
I want you to watch that interview,
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher.
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin.
I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I'm not sure old vine-covered pillars are worth studying.
Well, I think anything concerning Merlin is worth pursuing, and I shall have you know, no one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
So, in case anyone didn't know, Merlin was, as mentioned, an attendee of Hogwarts. And,
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
don't mind if I do.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
He attended Hogwarts not much longer after it opened, judging by the timeline of events, and he has a chocolate frog card from one or two of the original movie games, and I think he has a article on, well, previously Pottermore, but I think it's still on Wizarding World. I'll have to go double check. But he pops up here every now and again. He was mentioned to be in Slytherin House, because assuming he was a pureblood, but advocated for all magic users to be admitted to Hogwarts.
Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
There, how beautiful! What a day! I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you.
Well, something else for us to go do.
Out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Just like that, she just disapparates out of here. So let's check our challenge page. So the few Merlin trials that I have found have been marked on our map. Something for me to go do in my spare time. Because I remember there was one on the way to Hogsmeade. There's one in the ancient, in the dark forest. Yeah. It's gonna take me a while, to be honest.
Greetings. I understand you're quite the enterprising young Ravenclaw. Professor Fig tells me you found a long-lost book for him. I'd like to talk to you about it.
Well, of course, Ollivander. Let's see if I got any more outposts. No, I think that's it. To Ollivander it is. Oh, I didn't check what I wanted to check. Oops. Whoopsie. Should be on the talents page. Exploration. Merlin Trials. So we need to solve 2 to expand our stuff. I guess we can do that on the way back to Hogsmeade. Gear slots are at a premium.
How inconvenient travel was.
Oh, honking daffodils.
Flu powder.
I don't mind running through the Forbidden Forest to get to where I'm going, and fight some spiders on the way. All these chickens, man. You don't see nothing.
Incendio!
I've seen you, Jules. You're the one who released Treadwell, aren't you? That was a mistake, my friend.
Accio!
Ow.
Incendio! Accio!
Oof.
Expelliarmus! Potato! Stupefy! Incendio!
Okay, that hurt. I think what I need to start doing is putting a spider warning on my videos.
Incendio!
There's more of you now.
Stupid one! Stupid one! Accio! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Stupid one!
Good.
Revelio!
Don't know why he didn't run in the first place. But suit yourself. Parkour, parkour.
Revelio! Revelio. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus.
Thunder.
Revelio. What do you have in store for me this time?
So I have to make sure that I'm growing mallow sweet all the time.
Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Revelio.
Okay, not sure how this one's meant to work. Doesn't look absolutely obvious from first glance. Guess we'll leave that for now. Leave that for now.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Okay, Hollabandas. Wonder why he...
Good of you to come. My friend, Professor Fig, speaks highly of you and your resourcefulness. He was vague as to details, but mentioned your having tracked down a difficult-to-find book. I wondered if you'd be willing to do a little detective work on my behalf.
Okay.
Of course, Mr. Ollivander. Sounds most up my street.
Wonderful. You see, about a century ago, an heirloom applewood wand with a fairy wing core went missing from this very shop. My great-aunt suspected a student named Richard Jackdaw. He'd been serving as an assistant here and suddenly vanished.
Richard Jackdaw?
Like the bird. In fact, he was known to frequent the Hogwarts Owlery. We searched there, of course, but found no wand. We did find a series of statues similar to Jackdaw's. I'm certain they're a clue, but I cannot figure out where they lead. Jackdaw was last heard tittering about some pages with a map he'd stolen from Peeves. As you can imagine, the poltergeist was less than helpful.
Indeed.
Why would the thief have taken the wand?
I must admit I have no idea. From what I can gather, he fancied himself an adventurer of sorts. Always looking for trouble. In fact, after he went missing, rumor had it his ghost was seen in Hogsmeade. Never heard much about him after that, but it seems as if his adventurous spirit may have got the better of him. Perhaps he thought that the wand had some special power simply because of its esteemed lineage. Astonishing how misunderstood the art of wand-making is.
Is there anything special about the wand?
Oh yes, it's terribly special. But not in the way you might think. It won't grant special powers to the caster, no. Nothing like that. But it will ease the hearts and minds of the Ollivanders to know of its return. And that power is immeasurable.
Sentimental power.
Surely you could continue searching the owlery.
Oh, one would think. However, the headmaster does not take kindly to an old wand-maker loitering about the place. Can't say I blame him. Also, I have perhaps been looking for too long. I feel a fresh set of eyes, and a bright mind like yours is sure to solve this riddle.
I'll have a look for you. You've certainly given me plenty to go on.
Ah, you've brought hope to this old wand-maker's heart. Professor Fig was right. You are a remarkable student.
Thanks. Let's go look for the Ollivanders' heirloom. More cats. Okay, so the owlery, I've been to the owlery before, strangely enough. So we have to go to the open world map rather than the Hogwarts map, because technically it's outside of Hogwarts. Then we need to, actually no, we do need to go to the Hogwarts map. I take that back. Because we need to go to Bell Tower, Beast Classroom. There was a specific reason I went around the school and unlocked the majority of the flu powder points on the school's flu network. Because now I don't have to run all the way here for the first time. But he said jackdaws. I might not remember every episode to put a trigger warning for spiders. Because I might not necessarily remember up front which episodes will have spiders or encounters with spiders while I'm editing them. Unless I make a note as I'm going through. So, just be wary. If you don't like spiders, this game has a lot of them, like 13 kinds of them. And some of them get really big.
Revelio.
There's someone up here as well.
The statues Mr. Ollivander mentioned must be upstairs amongst the owls. Don't mind me, owls. I'm just here to help a friend. Now, where are those statues? Revelio. I recognize those handles. The summoning charm should do the trick. Accio. I'll take that, thank you. I'd best keep looking. No statues here. Accio. Nothing. This'll do nicely. Empty perches. Could be the right size for jackdaws. Or statues of jackdaws. Revelio.
Is that all of them? Cool. I quickly just want to go up. Because I forgot to do this on my first
Birds aren't
visit
afraid
here.
of heights. Perhaps I should look a bit higher.
There we go. Jesus, you scared me.
I'd best keep looking. Here's a welcome surprise. No statues here. Nothing.
Must be another page about the owlry.
Incendio!
Yep. Wrong one.
Accio! I'd best keep looking. I'll do that, thank you. This will do nicely. No statues here.
Lumos. By the bridge. 2 candles.
A map. It doesn't appear to be connected to the missing pages. Best hang on to it for now. Accio! Nothing. I'd best keep looking. Revelio. What's happening?
His head came off. Okay. Well, this is a surprise.
Someone solved my puzzle after all these years. Well done indeed. Good news. If you've got something to hide, you found the perfect spot. Richard Jackdaw, at your service.
The Richard Jackdaw. So Mr. Ollivander was right. He wants his family wand back.
Goodness, I'd forgotten about that wand. I assure you I don't have it on me. I'm almost certain I dropped it the moment I was beheaded in that cave. Oh, it was sheer folly to follow that map.
What map?
Ridiculous, really. Found it on some yellowed old pages Peeves had pilfered. Thought I could impress a girl. But that's a story for another day.
So, you stole a wand and then followed a map on some pages that you took from Peeves and followed that map to your doom.
Odd to hear it all reduced to such absurdity, but yes. Why do you care about some old wand?
I don't really. Ollivander does. It's the pages I'm after. Might they be with the wand in the cave?
Indeed. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you meet me at the edge of the Forbidden Forest? I'd be happy to show you where to find them.
How is it possible to steal from Peeves? A poltergeist?
I didn't steal the pages from his ghostly form. I merely found them in his wake of destruction. He's got a penchant for wrecking things. Books, bottles, suits of armor, whatever's likely to cause the most chaos. I doubt he even noticed they were gone.
So he didn't steal it.
Why would you steal Mr. Ollivander's family wand?
The family were always going on about how special it was, so I took it. Who could resist? Sadly, it wasn't special enough to save my neck. I fully intended to return it once I learned it was only special for sentimental reasons, but as you can see, I never got the chance.
I think I can guess how you died, but who did it to you?
I was having a look about when I suddenly sensed a refreshing breeze, after which I felt, well, lightheaded. That's all I remember. Hence, if you do visit the cave, be prepared. I can't tell you what for specifically, but you seem a perceptive sort. Beware a light breeze.
If that's the only way for me to get those pages, I'll meet you there.
If you don't mind the sight of my decapitated skeleton, the wand and the pages are yours for the taking.
Okay, slowly making progress. Ollivander heirloom. That's quest complete.